俺なしで戦えるのか。大した自信だ。
Okay, what is up, Zox fam? Hope you guys are having an amazing morning, dude. I know I am. I don't know about you guys. Oh, damn. Bro, appreciate you, Rap. Bro, how you gonna do that as soon as I come on screen? I'm trying to do my intro. Bro. Appreciate you for the sub, bro. Listen, man. Yeah, guys, we're we're cooking, man. We're having an amazing morning, bro. You heard my response? I was like, oh damn. Yo, but man, listen. You said no intro for me. Hey, listen, I appreciate it nonetheless, man. Hey, listen. Hey, subs interrupted the intro. I'm not mad at it. But yeah, man. Hope you guys are having an amazing day, man. Amazing morning. Yeah, we're grinding out. It's gonna be a quick stream today. Nothing too crazy. It might be like an hour and a half. Nothing crazy. But yeah, I just wanted to check in with you guys. I have nothing else to do for the day. I did my videos, so there will be more videos obviously uploading today. But yeah, man. What are you guys doing right now? You know, like I'm like the nagging girlfriend right now. Like, what you up to? Like, yo, what's up? Yo, but yeah, if you are here for the first time, man, definitely make sure that you guys like the stream, man. I would appreciate that. Yo, what's good, Ken? Yo, Ken over here speak. Is that Japanese? Yo, what's good, Ken? Yo, what's good, Pete? How you doing, fam? What's good, Panda? Yo, what's up, Nani? You said they about to milk y'all after giving all that currency back, bro. Yeah, that's what I'm scared. I'm scared for that, yo. Like, I'm like, yo, what are we about to get hit with? Like, honestly though, I feel like again, they just brought the game back to standard. He said, I do think it's gonna get a lot of people spending. So I already used all my save up rolls and ended up with 2 + 7. Oh, nice. Congrats on that. So now the question is simple copies or standard banner sprint. I mean, that one's a little bit kind of what you want to do, really. I mean, if I'm being honest, like I would say that like one thing that I think some people aren't considering is that after maintenance, they're giving us retroactively, if you've been playing, the standard pools for the missions that we did already. So you might want to wait, and maybe I would say it might be worthwhile putting it into limited banner at that point, because standard pools are going to accumulate, and I think that that's going to be the standard in the game from here on out, is that we're going to have those that currency now attached to the missions, and we're going to obtain it that way. So I would say limited, really. It would be my advice, just because we are going to be getting currency to apply to standard. But if you want to get to the selector ticket faster, then I guess there's that too. So, I mean, it just all really depends on what you want to do. I'm at 80 personally on standard. But that's, for me, I was just kind of looking at it. I didn't really want the rate up unit, but since you're giving me all my currency back, I mean, I don't care now. You said, I wonder what event rewards are going to be like now. I mean, probably somewhat the same. I don't see them changing that, to be honest. Because the event rewards are one time, I guess, right? Like, that's not like a reoccurring thing, unless it's like a actual like piece of content that's like refreshable. Like, for example, like Vice, Fractal Vice, or like the shops and stuff like that. But other than that, like if it's like the events that we had, those are like one time, like you just cleared chapter 2, so here's 600 currency. You know, you're not going to clear that again. So it's probably going to be for the next chapter or something else. They'll probably have different events for updates, major updates and stuff like that. You said devs updated on currency and rates got buff. Said they acknowledged that it was bad enough. I mean, yeah, honestly, the thing is like there's still people mad right now, which I find to be funny. But I feel like the thing is that overall, like with a lot of these games, a lot of people will they think that like devs just intentionally just want to do stuff just cause. It's more so the publisher, like more than it is the developers. Usually developers like their communities and they like the game. They usually are working on that game specifically because they like it. The publishers a lot of the times are the ones that make those massive decisions for monetization structures. So that's more than likely what we have happening right now. So they're more than likely, and this is what I said yesterday. I said literally there was a board meeting that has to happen. There's going to be a board meeting that happens. They're going to sit there and deliberate. And more than likely, this was a situation that just worked in the developer's favor because it was like, see, like this is what happened. Because a lot of the times devs, unless the company is self-published, self-published, a lot of the times those are two different like groups. Like they're not really necessarily on the same team, even though they are in the same team, if that makes sense. Yo, Raph, you gotta change. I gotta change out the Discord link. Hold on, I'm gonna share the current Discord link. Hold on. Let me grab that real quick. I'm gonna grab it. Give me a sec. Hold on, Raph. Give me a sec. I gotta run over to the Twitch. Hold on. I gotta get to the backlog. Hold on. I'm gonna share it with you. Okay. Oh, you already did it. Okay, cool. Thank you. Appreciate you, Raph. You said, so I think we can get to 300 before March 3rd. You could. You might be able to. Like, personally for me, like where I put my pulls, I went into the limited banner. I got 80 into standard. 90. Sorry, I had another multi. So yeah, there's that. But yeah, I'm at 90 now. But I ended up going into the rate up banner, so there was that. And inside, I think I have guaranteed unlimited, so I might go into standard just because I want some of the other characters. That's fair. That's what I did initially. So because I started out like that, I just was like, well, I'll go limited. And kind of go for Simba. So I was like, that's cool. Honestly, that ended up working out. And then the changes for farming is really nice too. Wait, what? Oh shit, it's already in the game. Oh, I'm tripping. Bro, this is I like literally just got on the game, bro. To like literally, like I made my videos, but I literally just got on the game. I didn't even know they added that for already. Oh shit. Okay. Yo, all right, cool. Yo, I'm about to, oh my God, yo, I'm running around all day. I literally, yep, I'm changing my plan. I'm running around all day and I'm slapping everything. You know how much currency buildup that's gonna be, bro? Come here. Where's he at? And they be running now? Oh, never mind. He said throw these hands. He wouldn't let me hit him. Not like it doesn't take me 2 seconds to kill him, but still. He said you run about 1.5 times faster. It's a big deal. Yo, okay, so here's the thing, right? I don't know if you guys notice. We technically, and somebody brought this to my attention, right? With the gacha changes that they made, we technically, hear me out, we technically have the ratio in terms of the percentage for the rate up unit that's going to be coming of us having a 3% chance. Now, hear me out. I got to explain the math here, right? Usually in a 3%, like chance of getting like say the highest rating or games that use the 3 percentile, they usually do 1.5% chance for the rate up and then 1.5% for the standard. That's usually how that goes. What we have is actually more than half. We have 1.5 on a 2%, and it's a 0.5% chance for us to technically get. So it's technically not a 50-50. It's a 75-25. This is another, and I know a lot of people probably missed that when I was talking about it. So yeah, it's 75% chance for us to get the rate up unit, a 25% chance to lose. So in reality, it actually ends up being better than 90% of the gachas that have the 50-50. So it's not split. It's literally a 75-20, which technically means we have more advantage pulling on the banner at that after the update that's going to be coming in March. So yeah. So that's that. You said I read that. It was already 75 right now. Just the text was leading. Yeah, and so there's also a soft pity that exists too, which a lot of people don't realize. I peeped it just because I pulled both my SSR procs before the full 80 rotation, so I wasn't even in the 80 yet. I would have had one more multi. So there is a soft pity, I think, that kicks in at about 60, but it just didn't say it. It's like really like it's just a lot of stuff they just didn't put in there. It's something I noticed too that they do. I guess they do like this weird like thing with like translating everything instead of like releasing it all translated at the same time. They're like they put the patch notes out, but then they're like it's in Japanese, and they're like, well, please wait until it's fully translated. And I'm like, well, you should have just waited to put it out for everybody at the same time then once you translated it. But hey, I'm not complaining. They put it out. And you could just literally hit the Google Translate button, really, if you really want to. You said, I heard about the upcoming update about the gacha. I immediately started playing. And this is kind of further proving the point that I was making before, is that, like, sometimes the best thing that you can do in most gachas, it was the same thing I did in Weather and Waves, right? Like, they had the issues they had in the beginning, but because I was already playing, it wasn't like I was, like, then trying to catch up. Like, now everything is retroactive. Like, think about this, right? Everything that I don't have to worry about it now. I did it already. Like, there's a couple of missions. I have 6 missions for Shinagawa, and I have 8 missions left for Minato. So all of these other missions are all retroactive, right? All of them are retroactive. So it's kind of like, all right, well, there's that. Like, I'm chilling now. And then all the currency I just pulled is retroactive. You said, when are you pulling, Zox? Bro, I made a video already. It'll be uploading later today. I made a video for the pulls I did. You said, do you have any tips to kill the red shark? I can't seem to kill it. Reliant, you wanna know the answer? Hold on. I'm gonna just do this. I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna walk away for like 30 seconds, okay? And this isn't me trolling, by the way. This really isn't me trolling. I'm gonna do this. All right? I'm gonna walk away. I'm gonna walk away. I'm gonna walk away. I'm gonna walk away, you know? I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I'm just saying, that's your answer. That's your answer. That's it right there. There you go. Like, I promise you, I'm not trolling. I promise you, I'm not trolling. Like, I'm not trolling. I swear to God, I soloed the boss yesterday on stream with this guy. I swear to God I did. And he wasn't built for damage. I had him built with like 1 defense substat. Like, this guy's broken. You said, he said he did it on stream. Nah, man, listen. I have to make sure, like, you know, I'm still gotta put my videos out. That's how I make money. I don't make money streaming. You guys should know this by now. Well, unless it's on Twitch, I do. But streaming on YouTube, I don't make any money. You know? So I gotta save the hype, excitement, let YouTube pay me, and you guys get entertainment, you know? You know, at that point, we just get to stream for fun, right? You said you could have clipped it though. It doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like that, buddy. More than likely, when things happen on stream, there's less probability people want to watch it. I'm not that big. I'm not that important yet. As much as I would like to be that important, I don't make myself more important than what I actually am, brother. Bro, that's OP. Hold on, actually, let me do something real quick. You said the betrayal. Hey, listen, y'all can always make more summons happen. I'm just saying, if y'all feel so betrayed. He said, yo, what's good, Exudia? How you doing, fam? He said, please help. I just finished chapter 2. Where's 24 City? Go to the respite spawn, the regular one, and teleport to there. That's where it's at. Hold on, I think I'm pretty close to one. Yeah, if you go to the respite, respite spawn, it should TP you. Am I close to one, or did I lie to myself? Oh, I think I lied to myself. Hold on. Oh, I'm actually kind of far from it. All right, never mind. Hold on. So I hope the devs make the BP purchasable with cash and not paid currency. So it's how you have to overspend to get enough paid currency after the 2 times is gone. What is that like? Isn't it like still $7 though? How much is the battle pass? He said it's not. Yo, what's good, Road? How you doing, fam? But yeah, so basically you hit this and it will give you the option to teleport or move to 24 City Lobby. My head might be blocking it. Hold on, let me move. I don't know. But yeah, 24 City Lobby, and then you can also go to the bar as well. So it's 600 paid. And what does it give you? It's like, what, 4 something? So it's like that in a... What is that? That's it's about $10 you'd have to spend, right? Am I bugging? All right, 8. Well, it's like 11. It's like $11. So I guess it depends. It probably depends on your region too. Yeah, it's like $11. I mean, to be real with you, the best thing you could probably do, and that's probably what I'm gonna do, is do this pack and then always do this pack, to be honest. Because every time you renew that, you get the 360, and then for $7, so a month you're spending, what is that? That's 460 or 486 plus the 360. So that should give you enough for the 600, and then you get an extra 60 every single day, which accumulates to 1800. So a month, realistically, you could spend, what is that? That's a good, I think this is what, $5? Is it $4.99 for this? I think 7. Let's say $12, right? Yeah, so like $12. Yeah, $12 a month is not bad. I'm gonna be real with you, because realistically, like, it's broken up weird, but I notice a lot of JP games are like this. And not even JP, CN does it too. Like, some of the most free-to-play games I've actually seen do this. One of the games that is probably one of the most free-to-play games in the market, Punishing Gray Raven, had an issue like this. They had to implement another card. It was like they didn't remove it, but they added another one because there were basically, I guess there were some people that wanted it to be a certain way, so they did change it. I don't really mind it so much because in my head, I'm just like, it's $12, but somebody else might be like, bro, that's $12, right? Like, I think it all depends on the person. For me, I'm like, yeah, it is an old system. It is. I don't know if I think I said it in the video, but I was like, yo, honestly, the gacha system initially kind of reminded me of Brave Frontier, which I was like, I might be aging myself by saying that specific game, but it literally made me feel like, I was like, yo, this kind of feels like Brave Frontier. Like, I was like, what the fuck? Because I was like, yo, this is funny, like, doing a comparison of what the rates were to what they're becoming. I was like, yo, that's literally going from, like literally Brave Frontier to freaking, to standard date, like, 2025, which is funny. So, yeah, I mean, they could definitely tweak it. They would just have to add one that just makes it to where you can just pay a standardized amount and it gives you that exact amount of currency. It's an easy fix. They could definitely add it, though. But I would say like that's what I would do if it doesn't change. I would just buy this pack and always make sure you have that pack, and you always have the battle pass. And then technically, I guess you'd be paying like $2 extra really for the 30-day login really at that point. And that's that's like a little bit over another multi, almost a half. Yeah, that's a multi and a half. So yeah, I mean it could work out that way too. You said I missed that game so much. So I think Brave Frontier was my first gacha too. Yeah, Brave Frontier was the first gacha for most people. That was a scummy gacha. Like you wanna talk about power creep? Oh man, fucking Brave Frontier. And it's crazy because we didn't know any better. Like we still would play and log in and grind, and keep in mind like one cube, right? Like the Brave Frontier crystals. It was like you could 3-star something and get 1 cube. One. They were so scummy. Yeah, bro, this easy battle is OP. He said, my first gacha was Battle Cats. Oh my god, yeah, the fucking muscle cats and stuff. Oh, dude, that's crazy, man. That's really funny. That's literally like a whole specific era. That is literally because even Summoner's War is going back that far now. Like, because Summoner's War is over a decade old, bro. That's crazy. Like, damn, that's crazy. Gacha gaming has been around for a little bit now. Yo, what's good, Krulix? How you doing, fam? You said my 6-year-old loves Battle Cats. You know what's actually really funny that you say that? Like, a lot of the older games actually are really fun to play now that they're out of the phases of like we're trying to milk you for money. Like now they're just fun games to play. Like you can get on Summoner's War and just have fun. Like you can literally just get on there and get mad stuff, get the collab characters. Like you can just get on there and have fun now. And it's just like, damn, like I remember Summoner's War being the game that like it was impossible to get a 5-star. Like I remember people selling accounts where they would have an account with like what's his name? Was it Rashawn or something like that? It was the Fire Freaking Chimera. The Water Chimera was a better example. They were selling accounts for like $200 with 1 5-star on it. I remember that like it was yesterday. And I'm like, yo, like people were getting destroyed and scammed. Like people were literally getting scammed, bro. Like, I'm like, yo, there were really people out here buying those things too. Like $500 for an account that had 1 5-star on it because it was that hard to get it. You said there was a Dark Chimera for $1,000. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. like it was really like that. It is just crazy because I think that's also why a lot of games TOS changed, because Summoners War did the same thing. They had to change their TOS because people were basically getting robbed. They didn't even really equivalent value their stuff that high. Granted, it could take you $1,000 to get something like that or even more, but for the individual unit's value wasn't that. So like people were charging that just for the individual unit being on the account, and people were buying it. It was crazy. I was like, man. I think that kind of sort of happened at E7 too. Not nearly as extreme, but it was a thing too. Yo, what's good, Silvio? How you doing, fam? So where do you guys have any recommendations on what to pull for? What do you have already? Did you start pulling? Is really the question. All right, so let's see here. We're gonna go. Let me see something real quick. I wanted to test this. We're gonna do Mew in the front and take you off. We'll do Mew. Oh, is he gonna no? Okay, that's cool. Confirm. Move. All right, let's see. God damn it. Okay, there we go. I guess we can do. I need to finish Santoro, I guess, but he's like almost there, so we'll start doing Senju. All right, there we go. All right, let's see. And what is? Oh yeah, that's the character buff. Okay. All right, let me see. Oh, so if the unit's on my team, okay, so that makes sense. So it won't let you carry, basically. That's really just for farming. Damn, you ain't gotta cook them like that. Okay, no, you're not gonna give me that, even though I was using my normal? I'm summoning my crystal. Okay. Alright, there we go. You say you think it's possible to get 100% damage reduction on Roku? I've been wanting to try that out. I know you can get like an additional 15. Maybe with a tension card is possible. But I know at least as far as Pattymon go, you can get at least an additional 15%. So that would already put you at 90. Yeah, that would that would put you at 90. Okay, I just wanted to see. Let me go to a respite beacon. Now I'm gonna finish my other units first. I just wanted to see. I'm gonna actually get them to 50, and then I'm gonna start working on my other units. So I think Senju gets shield and can go to 100% damage reduction. It says Senju and Q AI die the most. They might need some tweaks. I haven't really played them like that, so I wouldn't know 100%, but I wouldn't doubt it. I've heard, you're not the first though I've heard say that about Q's AI though. Let me see. You said 15%. There's a set for like 8 more. I'm gonna be honest though, like if you have like at that point having that much damage reduction, you're taking like almost no damage anyway. Like 100% is like, oh, you have a damage cut at 8%. Oh, so it can go higher. Because I've only seen it at 5, and that's on a gold roll. So what roll is that? Is that a gold roll? Maybe it's bugged. Could the colors be bugged maybe? Because I have a gold roll that's at a 5%. And I'm assuming that cut rate is a gold, because what would that be? So maybe it's the colors are off. It's probably a color bug or something. Yeah, that's probably the actual issue. It says it's been a problem keeping Q alive since level 30. I mean, to be honest, like, I feel like a character like Q, like, it depends on who's your team. I know I would be controlling him, but like, yeah, trying to have the AI, like, they might have to tweak his evasion thing. But I know he has like a built-in thing that he needs to be evading and doing stuff for. So he said Q's AI will struggle because you would need human judgment to use them correctly. AI can't emulate that. Yeah, and that's what I'm kind of assuming too. Is like it's like a real specific thing you need to be doing with him. I feel like he's a character that's meant to be controlled more than likely. Because like even like Roku and Koshi and like those units don't really, not that they don't do anything, they don't really do much mechanically. Like they just need to move. Like that's all their AI really has to focus on is like, okay, there's a hit coming in, let me dodge. There's not like any sort of other gimmick they have. Even like characters like Miyu is pretty straightforward. She just drops her crystal and then you just hit stuff basically, and the crystal hits stuff. Yo, what's up, sweeter Hades? How you doing? It said yesterday I beat the red shark and I was so scared at that run, losing my Simba at 4 bars. But Miyu carried just by dodging and the crystal DPSing. Yeah, honestly, Miyu is broken. She's really, really good for damage rip on the shark boss. I might have a video coming from yesterday's stream later. My Miyu died and I ended up soloing the shark with Roku. So it's at that point, it's like it's basically beatable with literally a free-to-play character. And really realistically free-to-play characters, because shout out to the support from Koshi with the heals, because that was keeping That was keeping me normalized. Honestly. He said, if I swap Q, then Meta won't group properly. Oh, so you're trying. Well, okay. I guess that all depends on what you're doing. I mean, realistically, are you really using Q like with. He said with Meta? I mean, I guess. Yeah, because I mean, any grouping I feel like is not really necessary unless you're doing like, unless you're farming. Because realistically on bosses, I was using Meta and I was using that. Like if I'm farming, like sure. But now I'm trying to find a reason to. Maybe we need more content where we can get more usage out of the grouping. But like most of the boss content, there's no need to group anything. There's no like enemies. So the only thing that you can really utilize that for is if you want to burst EXP level, you would just grab up a whole bunch of enemies and then obviously group them up and then nuke them, right? But outside of that, most of the bosses are like solo or it can't be grouped. So I think really other than that, like you can still use Santoro as a tank too. There is that. You said with any pools spent on Singra, do they all get refunded? I'm only asking because I want to make absolutely sure before pulling. Yeah, that's what the text says. It's any pool that you make on the gacha, that's including paid currency and free currency. So that's any of the banners, tension card, character rate up banner for limited, and standard banner pool. The one thing you don't get refunded is battle pass currency. So if you bought the battle pass with the paid currency, that doesn't get refunded, but everything you've dumped into the gacha does. So, I mean, yeah, go ahead. Yeah, you can go ham. I think everybody read the text exactly the same, to be honest. You said, it's a silly question, but what time is it? For me, it's actually, what time is it? 10, almost 11 a.m. It's 11 almost in the morning. Yo, what's good, Burning Phoenix? How you doing, fam? He said might because the alt hold down on the bosses. Yeah, he does have that too. That's true. I mean, realistically, like the best thing you could probably do for right now, they might adjust them depending on like, because really the easiest way of like being able to adjust an AI is based off of player input. So they would actually have to collect data off of how people are playing the character as well. That also helps with them adjusting the AI. Goodbye. He said so far the best team, Miyu, EG, and Semba. We everything, just make sure low tension cards. That's why we're a really solid team. I mean, like, right now, I feel like the problem with best teams is that most people can't play those teams. They're going to have a tough time playing them because those teams don't do certain things. Like, what, a Miyu Semba comp? Especially if you're not playing Semba properly, you're not breaking. And Miyu's not breaking. And EG's not breaking. So you would have to literally manual Semba to get any sort of breaks off that in that strat. And most players are gonna be dying if they're not getting breaks off. Like realistically, they definitely need that. But if you have the skill, then yeah, for sure you can go off and just go. Like I was running. I'm not gonna lie, I was running no healer and certain things for a little bit, and just damage buffing. But I ain't doing that to myself. That's just mad. That's just bad toxic. Like it's just bad toxic to do. He said use MC as a healer. Yeah, you can use MC as a healer too. That's true. MC is the universal character in the game right now. He said when I see the news about the refund, I regret that I buy the BP too soon. I mean, it doesn't really affect the BP though. I mean, yeah, you're still fine. Like technically the currency you got from the battle pass, like if you use the freebie currency that you got, then that technically gets refunded because it went into the gacha. So let's say that random guy that went and maxed out the battle pass just because he wanted to. He granted he did waste currency on the battle pass at that point, but like whatever currency he got, which I think is about 1,400 crystals, I think it is, that technically goes back into your account. So it's just the paid currency used to get the initial battle pass. But if that currency then got used to be put into the banner, then you're fine. It's some of the only one I use in the comp. It said Mew, EG, have the best AI. I mean, hey, listen, I'm telling you, bro. The other AIs are pretty good too. Like Roku's great, Koshi's great. Like they don't be dying. The only way they'll die is if you do the mistake of grouping them into an AOE to get nuked by something. They're not gonna die, and they respectively do their jobs too. Like. It says some of you need a breaker and that makes your gameplay smoother. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like if you're going for it, you just gotta work harder at that point. That's why I changed my comp up, because it was just mad work. I'm like, bruh. And in order to keep up with like spamming, you have to have enough tension built. Because otherwise Miyu's never popping off her ult. Like that's the other thing. Yo, yeah, it is. Yeah, I'm streaming for a little bit, fam. Not crazy though. Yeah, it is a surprise, surprise stream for sure. You said if there's a DPS tank, I'm using double tank comp in the future. I mean, bro, I'm not gonna lie, Roku doesn't fucking die. So double tank, GG. I mean, you got Mita, you got yeah, I was about to say Mita. Yeah, man. I'm like Mita could actually do damage if you really want him to, and he could still tank. So yeah, Mita's still really strong. So I'm guessing Kazuki is the next rate up character, possibly. I'm not sure. There's a few characters they had in beta that ain't in the game, so should be interested to see what the lineup choice is. All right, let's actually swap back because I got to finish leveling this team. But yeah, bro, like beating like in game or everything in the game with this is literally 2 free-to-play units. I could have technically did it with MC, really. I just wanted to be like extra and use Miyu, but I was playing MC the whole time, and it's just crazy that you could do everything basically. Goodbye. Yeah, so you use your strong team to farm resources. So that's what the change was really for. You farm your resources, because I was thinking about that. I was like, damn, bro, you have to go through each change screen, and that's gonna be kind of crazy because you can farm EXP this way too, just by reopening chests and stuff that refresh. Yes, I'm using 2 teams for the game, one for exploration, one for beating trash mobs. That's what I was kind of doing too. Like I had a team set up for like just kind of AoEing and grouping up everything. That's why I was using Mita really. Because I was like, I could just take on like 50 mobs and group them all and then nuke them. Like, just have fun and nuke them. You said MC got the bench today for Utica. I told you Utica's so fucking fun. He's so stupid, yo. He literally just does stuff. And you get to still move around, which is crazy. And it's just, he's just Iron Man, literally. It's mad dumb. It's not gonna lie, I would like to get Kazuki at launch with what they showed. Advertised, kind of disappointed. That's not the case. Well, again, this is one thing I've seen like as a reoccurring statement is like, we're like, oh, they advertise that. Betas aren't advertisements, guys. They're betas are used for testing purposes. They're to gauge the temperature of the game to see what they need to fix or change. So, I mean, the thing is that, like, I mean, maybe they could have maybe been more, like, I don't know, explanatory in that way. Like, hey, none of this stuff is going to be there or this is going to change. But most of the time when you're playing a beta, betas are with the intent to not be the case of what you're experiencing in terms of, like, maybe currency or what you're even using. Because again, it is the nature of the gacha for one, because they have to release characters. But yeah, I mean, I think that it's a possibility he might be the next banner, just simply because they gave him as a guest. He says only an advertisement if it's commercial. Anything outside of that is just an assumption. Yeah, and that's what I mean. I feel like a lot of the community is kind of upset over their assumption of what they thought was going to happen versus them saying directly, hey, this is what we're doing. I can say in comparison, and again, this is from hundreds of gachas I played. This is by far one of the most transparent teams I've seen, because realistically, they didn't hide the fact that they changed a lot of stuff. They said it to people. They're like, "Yep, we changed this. We did that." I mean, so at that point, it's like, if they were really trying to hide stuff, they wouldn't have said that they changed the game. They would have just released it and then been like, people would have been like, well, damn, this ain't nothing like what we played at that point. But they actually told people that they were changing it. So he said there's a legit Kazuki trailer on the official channel. But the thing is that games do that all the time before pre-release, where they'll just hype up stuff. That's normal. That doesn't mean they're advertising the character's banner. that's literally all just hype and showing what characters they're developing, especially when you're talking about stuff being showcased before an official release. Now, if they start dropping character banners after the game is released, that usually is with the intent of releasing a character. You're not going to just randomly start seeing character showcases, and the character's not coming out. Like, that just doesn't happen. So that's just standard norm. Right? Like, I could go again. There's another game that's coming out, Etheria Restart. They have literally a character that's coming out, or characters that the game hasn't dropped yet, but they made new characters in the beta, and they already put out videos showcasing the characters. But does that mean that those are banners coming right away? No, like, it doesn't. So it's like that's just what games do. It's to hype up and kind of get people to look at their game to see what the game has, but it's not guaranteeing that, hey, that's what our game is coming out with right away. It means it will be in there, but it doesn't mean it's going to be something that is guaranteed or has to happen right away. He said he's a character in the archive already. There's no way he isn't next. He probably, that's what I'm saying. It probably is something that's there, right? Like, he's going to probably be one of the next ones that's coming. Like, for real. He probably is. But I think that's also part of the reason why he was in the guest trial, because he's also part of that story component too. So they might do it like that, where they might have the character come into the game, and then there's that, right? They might even do the next character that might be coming into the game via a guest. So that might be a good way for us to, like, kind of maybe know what's coming. So it all kind of depends. You said it was the CC who was saying he might be the first banner and gave false hope. Okay. That's fair. It wasn't me, so that's fair. I mean, but that's also why I always say, like, as a content creator, you do have to be mindful with giving disclaimers when you mention things, or like really making it a point to say, like, hey, I don't know, or because people, and that's just what happens. Like, people watch you, they're going to take what you say sometimes as the truth or as law, and then that becomes the basis of the thought process of the overall community. So I can see that happening. It happens all the time. But yeah, that's why I always, like, I double, triple, quadruple fact check myself. And usually, I mean, the very few times that I've had to rectify something I've said that was, like, astronomically wrong, which are very few times, you got to have the humility to do that, because I'd rather come out and be like, yo, listen, I was wrong about this, don't do that, versus letting people sit there and cook themselves, to be honest, or setting a certain expectation. You said if I don't see a date, I don't conversate. No, for real. That's what I always tell people. It's like, hey, this is all speculation until I see a date. Because, yeah, otherwise, yeah, you're kind of cooking yourself. You really are. If I don't see a date, I don't conversate. That's funny. Wait, what were you saying, Miguel? You were saying, hold on. It says, is there anything we may see the anime? It said, if anything, we may see the anime characters in the future because they're character parts of Minato tribe that are not shown. Yeah, that is true. That is true, sweeter. That is actually true. He said, another silly question, I promise it's the last one. So among the characters in the game, which one do you identify with the most personally? I share a lot in common points with Simba. I'm not gonna lie. I really say the character I really resonate with the most, just off of their temperament, is probably I'd say probably Gio. And I kind of want him, like, I'm not gonna lie, I kind of wanted to lose the 50-50 to get him, but probably Gio, because he's a cool calm collective character, but he's really, like, all about Miyu. He's like, yo, I just want to be around Miyu, bro. Like we know what time he on. He just try to be booed up, bro. I get it, you know. So I get it, you know. And so I don't know. That's just kind of me. Like I don't know. If I'm not spending time with you guys or my friends that I make content creation with, I just want to be around my girlfriend. That's it. I be chilling, man. I don't really ask much. Like, yo, he's like, hey, we could go out here, we could beat some ass, but afterwards, I just want to chill with my girl. Like, you know, I don't think that's much. Like, you know what I mean? Like, yo, what's good, Darius? How you doing, bro? So, I mean, hey, that's all I'm saying. Like, we go out here, we go fight crime, but we got Netflix later, you know? Netflix and chill. So I know the game just came out, but what tension cards should we prioritize and level up? Depends on your comp, man. Comp is a big thing as far as tension card investment. I'll say like something that a lot of people are doing though is that they're actually going for lower tension costs, just so that they can build up their tension faster or easier. I will say for sure, one without a doubt, most people will build and probably will keep for a very long time, is going to be the ferocity card. The main reason is because it gives you an extra revive chance. That's a huge card, especially when you get to things like the Backgammon, because that's the kind of fight where if you die, you basically have to reclimb the entire vice again, and that's a pain. So you want that extra chance, to be honest, and it does give you an increased crit damage multiplier too at phase 0, so it's just always active. So this is a really good card, to be honest. Like, I feel like most setups will probably have this in, unless the person just is like, hey, I'm a god like that, and they're just not going to run it at that point. But for most average players, they're probably going to run this card. I feel like it's a pretty safe investment, to be honest. I will say between the Battle Pass card too is another really good one. The Battle Pass card is also technically a card that you can pull in the gacha, so it is not exclusive to the Battle Pass. Before, I wasn't sure, so that's why I didn't really talk about it, but it is technically obtainable via just pulling, so technically you can get it free to play. But if you do get this card, really, really good card. It allows you to recover HP within your chain. I think it's the character that follows up the character that first executes the chain, and then you also get an increase for your support, which is really huge. And then I would even say the first one you get, full party, is pretty good. Crit rate, defense, you kind of can't go wrong. That's really honestly satisfying two types of characters on your comp, which is giving you crit rate to allow whatever your damage dealer or whoever your damage dealer is to do more damage. And then you have the defense point, which is going to help with your units, your supports more than likely being tankier. So it's like, those are like some of the standard ones that I would say that like for sure you can use, and you're not going to have like an issue where it's like, oh man, this just isn't useful. But I would say with all the other cards, it really depends on your comp. I couldn't just recommend a specific set and it's like everybody has to build these. Like, it depends on what you're trying to do. Some people are trying to aim for increasing a certain value because they're using a certain unit, or it caters more to attention or the reconstruct, or they're using the kingship passive. So it just really depends on what you're doing. That's why I'm trying my best. I don't got all the money in the world, but I'm gonna try my best to get builds out for each type of build variation, because there are a lot of different build variations based off of what stat allocation you're looking to do. So it's definitely not it's more of a loaded question than not, but there are some that are definitely like good go-tos. It's like people want to know your opinion of the rated tension card. The rated tension card, I haven't bothered looking at it, but I'm assuming it's more than likely for Simba, because it is for her. It looks like it has her on it, but what does it do? Let's see. It says based on the number of times the continuous damage is dealt or recovery effect is granted to the same target by the operating character, grant them with the same number of stacks of Whispering Spirit. So what is Whispering Spirit? Is that something unique to her? And then when reaching maximum stacks of Whispering Spirit, further increase support point by 75. So Whispering Spirit, maximum of 5 stacks. Based on number of stacks, increases support point by 15. So what is that? That's a total of... So that is a total of... What is that? I'm not doing math right now. It's too early. 75 at max stack. So wait, when it's at max stack, you then wait. So it gives you wait. Is that another 75 on top of it? And then when the effect is active, only consuming 5 tension. So this is kind of broken for her heals, I would think, because that's the only thing I could think of with that. We said that increases her healing. Oh, okay. So it increases the ticks of it. Okay. Damn. So wait, you get 75 on top of 75 is kind of busted. What the hell? So it's so it's 150. Damn, and but this is also at max. Oh, this is Ascension 5 though. Okay, so it's Ascension 5 level 50. So you're not gonna be getting that at once. Hold on, let me see what the initial effect is. So you get 13 and it's a 2.7. Okay. So if you only pull the base and then is it gonna show, is that what the levels? Is that what the levels? Damn, they need to break this down a little bit better. Does anybody have this card leveled at all? And can you tell me the stat value that you get with it, like say a level 20, 30 without any dupes in it? If anybody has it. You said new player here, just got interlocking stratagem, who does a lot of chain skill damage. Chain skill damage, I mean, really it's the setup. So I mean, you have a lot of characters that can technically do good chain skill damage. It just depends on how you string them, and then the builds that you have for the characters amplifying the next character in the string. So like most people will use like Inoki or Miyu last or Simba last, or it all depends on who you're controlling at that point, because typically the character that's going to be doing the final damage within a support chain needs to be going last. So it really can kind of be anybody that can do damage, really. But yeah, that's kind of also based around the build, because you also have characters, for example, that you would want to chain to then ult. Like, believe it or not, Roku can actually nuke really hard if you chain him properly with his ultimate, which is kind of like crazy, but he can. He said, so it's good for heals and chain attacks. Okay. He said I can pull if need be. Nah, you don't have to go crazy, Darius. If you don't want to pull, bro, you don't have to pull. Don't do that. You don't have to. They're pretty good for healers, but supports are not healers, so I don't know about that. So that's chaining. It's for heals and chain, because that's what the support stat affects. It affects your chain damage actually. He said whenever passes that you unlock after rank 4 or 5 makes her healing into more damage, making her a black mage, like in final. Oh, okay. So once you get her, okay, got you. So that's with her. Is that her second one, Sweeter? So I don't know support points boosting healing. I thought support points was just for boosting the next chain attack. Yeah, that's what it's for. But I think that it's like Sweeter was just saying, it's the rank up that she gets. So okay, so they kind of made it for full investment, basically, or not really full investment, but more investment than like I got her at rank 2. Between tension cards and characters, what's better to get? I would say characters right now. It's just too early for tension card pulling, because like if you get a tension card and then you don't have the character for it, then it's kind of pointless. You said support does scale her heal a little too. Okay. He said this card is also good for her additional damage. Yeah, scales with support points. Oh, okay. So yeah. So if she has something that directly says she scales with support points, then yeah. That's why I said like you have to read the character, because some characters aren't straightforward like that. Like some, like for example, like Simba, for example, her heal I think is the same as Koshi. They scale off of attack. So if you dump a whole bunch of HP on them thinking you're increasing your healing, it's not really necessarily a factor. It's I mean, technically it gives them more bulk, but yeah, their healing is like healing efficiency stat and then the attack scale. So you said check the bottom of finishing touch. Hold on. Wait, you said the bottom of finishing touch? Wait, what? Wait, is that on the status? You said on status details? Wait, is that the? Wait, what is that? Is that the other card? Is that the other card, Sion? It said, yeah, characters, cause for most tension cards are kind of important when we could do the content with just the free ones. Yeah, Simba's attack. Okay, hold on, let me go look. Oh, that's her attack. Okay. Yeah, my bad. I don't know the name of her skill because I just got her. So let me see. All right, so finishing touch. Let me see. Actually, so can be executed 55. Let me see. It's at the bottom. Yeah, support Duskeller. Goddamn. Well, there you go. There's your answer. Reading is fundamental. So unending Twilight recovery amount correction is 1% of support. Okay. Well, there's that. It is there. It actually does affect it. Okay. And because it's a tick, it makes sense that it's only 1% because it's a constant thing happening. So, damn. Well, GG. Have fun. You said a lot of reading and some people just don't do it. Yeah, I just hadn't gotten around to it. I literally just pulled it not that long ago. You said, is the battle pass worth, and are they coming out with more pull packs? I don't know about pull packs. That's like a monetization question that I just don't have the answer to. But I will say, as far as the battle pass, so far I'm level 27 on mine. I haven't bought like any extra levels. I actually didn't buy the upgraded one. I only bought the base one. And so with that being the case, I would say personally, I think it is. You get extra boosters. You get the recovery card, the tension card. The game starts now, and they give you dupes for it too. And then you get cosmetics. The cool thing is though, which technically I guess you can kind of think of it this way. Technically getting this card on the battle pass is essentially like you not having to pull for a 3-star tension card, right? Like I kind of think of it that way. So in reality, like let's say you were pulling on standard banner. I mean, it would be like you basically saving an 80 rotation, basically, is how I kind of look at it. Because it is a good card. It's actually probably one of the better 3-star tension cards that are in the game. So yeah, it's a really, really good card. But it is still obtainable free to play, so you can technically still get it on the gacha. So it's not exclusive to the gacha. And then the other thing that they did with this is that on the basic side, even if you purchase the ARM support, you don't get extra currency on the paid side. As far as like gacha pools or premium currency, you still get the standard pools, the synchro medals, but they made sure to leave the Enigma on the free side. So everybody gets the Enigma. So even if you decide not to purchase it, you still get that. The extra benefit you get is extra boosters, which technically that's farmable, like realistically. In the Wonder Box, you get extra Wonder Boxes, which is like a chance of you getting an extra skin, a chance of you getting a profile icon banner thingy, or you can get Kane from it. Like it's a couple of different things. It's not really like like it's just nice extra stuff to have. I would say definitely the biggest value is going to be the tension card. But like for me, for example, I'm not even using it right now. So I have it, but I'm just not using it. So that extra Kane is really good too. But yeah, honestly, you could be fine with just the free one too. Realistically, I would say more than anything, I really went for it because I wanted the skins. I just want the skin variations. That's it. So I was like, I'll take that. You know, I'm out of here. And that's that. Like I said, this is one of those games where I can see the meta taking a bit to figure out because there's so many intricate details and tension and skill buffs. And it's going to vary. It's going to vary, too, based off of what kind of comp you're trying to build. I think that there are going to be, like, over time, we're going to have more characters that fall under the categories of certain statuses. So you're going to be able to tier characters according to who operates the best under kingship. You're going to be able to categorize characters under the limit point. You're going to be able to characters under attention. But even then, there's still going to be discrepancies in that because it's going to then vary based off of the comp you're using. You know, so it's a lot of factors that kind of go into it. He said, yeah, I want to do a curse build with her, Q, and Minami. See how that does. I haven't tested curse at all, so let me know. So I only have one problem with how to get character EXP. I've been playing since day one. I still don't understand it. Gotta go kill stuff. Character EXP also comes from unlocking chests and doing rifts. The character EXP is technically... I actually need to go to Vice real quick, too. Yeah, we'll go to Vice real quick. Character EXP is there, but I wouldn't recommend using it on a character you already got leveled. For example, like this right here is the character EXP. It comes from chests. That's how you basically obtain it. And you can get it in rifts. You can get it in the exploration in the overworld. It's pretty obtainable. But the main reason why I'm not using it like that is because it costs Kane. And I'm trying to dump Kane into ranking up my characters. So EXPing and leveling them, it's like this is something you can do really quick if you have enough stock to maybe take a character up from 1 to X amount, or really right now our level cap is 50 if you don't feel like manually leveling them. But for the most part, you're just better off popping an EXP booster and running around going and killing stuff. That would be the best way of doing it without it costing you anything other than your time at that point in doing fights. So I don't mind running around and going and fighting stuff. So yeah, there's just that. But you say you can get XP for your characters just by killing things and using your level up materials, or you're consumable and fight bosses and roaming bosses for EXP. Yeah, you could just go on. That's what I would do. The bigger the boss or the enemy is that you're fighting in terms of like the difficulty of it, you technically get more value. So like if you go and you fight the boss of each chapter, you get a ton of EXP per fight that you do. So that's another way that you can go about leveling stuff too. So yeah, it's not like too complex. The thing is that the game doesn't really like make you rank up or give you a parameter to rank up outside of the battle stickers. In other games, usually what they do is like if you wanted to say go from 40 to 50, you would need to use like some sort of level limit breaking material, but they don't have that in this game. It's just ranks, and ranks are based off of what level you are, and basically that level is determined based off of the progression you've made in the game. So the more progression you make in the game, the more levels that you essentially have accessible to you, which is really nice. So I kind of like that. Like I'm so used to playing other games where it's like, oh, you got to limit break this, you got to pay for that, you got to rank up, you got to ascend, you got to like just so many things. Even gear, we don't have to level gear in this game. Like you know how good that is. You just slap a piece on. Like all the other games that people keep referring and comparing this game to, we don't even have to do half of the system or use half of the systems in the same way. You're not having to farm EXP for the equipment system so you can level that up. You don't have to farm. Technically, you really don't have to farm EXP for your characters. You literally can just go and level them just fighting. Like, so it's a lot of systems that they have, and it seems like they're trying to tweak it to condense it to where you don't have to go as crazy with trying to manually grind everything. But hey, it is what it is. Still lots to work that they can do in certain areas, but overall they're doing a pretty solid job. I think I'm gonna go. Yeah, let's go to Vice because I need to level these guys. Let's go back this way. Actually, do I want to do Vice or do I want to beat bosses? I'm probably gonna fight bosses. I lied. I beat Vice twice. Like, what am I going in there for? I think I like collected almost every chest. Like, I'm just going in there for funsies at that point. Are we doing Shark or Gundam? I genuinely, I do need to go in there. So you said, do the gift from the chest Vice boss reset? The chests do reset, but they're not daily. I think what is it that's weekly? It's the dungeon, I think, resets weekly. So I think that's including the chest. There's a portion of it that's seasonal. That portion obviously is like every 40 or something days. It's something like that. Oh, bro, this is about to be so ridiculous. Yo, I'm really about to run around all day and just slap stuff and farm. Yo, this is about to be nuts. Okay. They gave us something better than the damn skip button for these fights. They said, yo, you don't even have to look at them. You said so is the order at ult correct? Wait, what order are you doing? Simba, Golden Boy, then Q. Golden Boy first. I would go Golden Boy first. Because I'm trying to think, does he have anything in his kit that scales his support chain? I think it's actually before. Actually, no. You're right. Actually, I think you actually have the right order. If you're using Q for the final hit, then yeah, you're right. Yeah, because I think that sounds about right. Yeah, that's actually right. You said, what if they change Batgumma into a busted Gundam boss by next season? That'd be crazy. It probably will be. They're probably gonna have different models that get rotated in. To be honest, that's probably what they're gonna do. He said players can't get a better color variant of the BP skin for free. Doesn't it make getting the BP kind of useless if that was some kind of player's reason of buying the pass? Well, I mean, to be honest, the battle pass has its own variations or unique skin that's not a color variation. Like for example, the skin that's on that banner for Simba is not a color variation. It's an entire skin. The other variation color things are just unique. I guess technically you could just get them from the Wonder Box, but I mean, that's a random chance of whatever the percentage chance of amongst the million things in that box. So, and I'm assuming every time they add something to the game, they're going to just add things to that pool. So it's only going to progressively get worse in terms of trying to get a varying skin for a character. So, I mean, I guess it just all kind of depends on your wants and needs. I would say, like, if you went for Simba, then that banner for that unique skin for her probably makes more sense for you to get. Versus really outside of that, I would say the resources. The resources are another big thing on there. You still get extra boosters. You're still getting extra Kane. That's extra farming you don't have to do. You do get standard pulls from it too. So it just all, and then the battle pack, and then the detention card is broken. So it kind of like at that point, it's not like it's just like the skins are valuable. You have tension cards up there. They're giving you dupes for the tension cards, and then you have all the extra things that kind of come along with it. So technically, you're getting a whole item that technically comes from the gacha on the battle pass at that point. He said, I don't know what to do. My team is 50 all characters, 40 plus, rank 5s and 4s, no chests left to grind. Am I actually out of content? I mean, you can always start another account. I mean, if you don't got nothing to do that bad. I mean, I'm gonna be real with you, bro. You played an insane amount of hours of content, though. Like realistically, you said people are lucky they get to breeze through 600 battles in Monado. Yeah, they are. I had to go through it manually. Yeah, all of us. You know what this is gonna turn into? It's gonna turn into a community meme where we'll be like, well, we had to do, remember when we had to do it manually? Because there's more QOL things that get added to the game. Yeah, that's it's a little painful. It is a little painful. It's a level 50. I can't even imagine the grind for it. It's not, and now with with this change that they made, it's actually not going to be as bad. You just got to beat the damn Batgammon boss, which isn't which really, like I said, the uphill battle people had was having to do the 600 battles. Yeah. Alright. I don't know if he hits it. Oh, no, he hit. Alright, there we go. About to mess up my perfect run. I wasn't standing near you. Damn, already? Come on. You're going Vortex? Get out of that. Stood in it too long. Now I got hit with the slow. Ah, damn. Oh, damn, okay. He's just gonna keep doing it now. Alright, there we go. He said new players are gonna be like, why so many dead bodies here? Yo, honestly, I'm kind of interested to see like when people start coming in, like the next major update, how they look at the game. He said, man, PC controls look so much smoother. They are. Like, honestly, if I'm being honest. You said, have you tried Kazuki though? Yes, I have. He was on trial. Thoughts about his kit and gameplay. I think he's really fun. He can blow up the whole goddamn map. He felt really OP. I didn't really have the chance to chain him or like do certain things with him the way that I really want to. You couldn't change his build or anything either. So there's kind of that. But like just kind of being able to mess around with him a little bit, he felt really fun. Yo, what's good, Nasir? How you doing, fam? You said, have any of you gotten the boss card to drop yet? Yeah, I've gotten 2 of them. Yeah, I've gotten 2 of them, bro. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of sold one by mistake earlier, but I got 2. Now I got 1, but I'm gonna get it anyway. I'm gonna get another one at some point anyway. This is almost like a requirement for you to do. Yeah, they gotta update it for mobile, man, to have a higher FPS for sure. Yeah, you said that card won't drop? Ooh, chill out. I couldn't catch that one. Okay, different string. Oh, damn, he turned the other way. All right. Guess I could rip you up over here. Oh, I don't have it up yet. Okay. There you go. That's crazy how I used to struggle with this boss. Oh, damn. I didn't see you doing that. Where my hill at? Oh, she must have chucked that shit already. Ooh. Yo, you know what's kind of funny is that they go for the heartbeat noise when you're about to die. Oh damn, I literally parried that. Your mouth was open, brother. Well, at least now I can ult after I build this up. Damn, he said, nah, fam. He's running. Boom, boom, boom. This is gonna do the vortex. That's crazy, bro. Even when that vortex, my crystal just keeps hitting the boss. So I don't actually have to touch him. Miyu Gaming. She just gets to float around the map as a spirit ball. Damn, that's so OP, bro. Damn. I hit my thing wrong. Have a good life. He said, if you can wait to buy the best BP after the refund, obviously. I already bought the expensive one now. Yeah, but you know what, though? It's crazy that paid currency is getting refunded because then, at least from the banner, at least. Like, it's just so, that's just insane. So I'm trying to deliver items, but people are requesting items I barely even have. Guess I got to grind more. No, they don't. A lot of people aren't aware of what they really need to be trading right now. So that's kind of the big issue. That's why I tried to make that video I did about requesting because, yeah, a lot of people are going to be requesting the wrong item. They just are. I actually need to go there right now. He says, Zox, you know she's ranged, right? You don't have to be so close up to the boss to do damage. All up in that grill. I like playing her like that. She like that's the luxury of how she plays. You can be up close like that, and you chilling. I back up when I need to though, but I like being up that close because I like to parry. So if you're standing too far away, you can't parry with her. I feel like if you're I personally like to parry. So that just gets the fight over with quicker. And that's also like a way for me to consistently keep her ult up. If I'm banking on say Roku to do it, like he's gonna do it whenever he feels like it. Like that's kind of the thing with the AI. You said, do you have a tip or a place to level up fast? I have some characters that I need to max level. Well, the problem with this game is everything kind of scales according to your level cap. So I would say, like, depending on your level, typically it's like wherever the highest enemy level is. There are some places that you can go where you can group up things, but for the most part, the way that I've been leveling is by climbing Vice, fighting the enemies there, at least at this point where I'm level 45, doing rifts, fighting the bosses over, like I just was doing then, and fighting the mid bosses on the map. I would say for leveling lower level units, then you can kind of go to some of the other units and make it work, but now the way it's set up is that you don't even have to fight them anymore. If they're like, say like there's a 20 level difference, you just hit them and they die. So for the most part, you want to go to areas where the units are actually fairly close to your level. You get the most EXP yield from that. If they're too far from your level, they now change it. So if they're really far from your level, they don't get any EXP anymore. So they need to actually be closer to your level. Because I saw someone said that they legally have to refund currency since they are changing rates, something to do with gambling laws. That's what I actually said in my video, Sunlit, is that this is something that you'll see in Japan a lot of the times. Whenever there's a issue that happens with the gacha, there are laws set in place where if they are changing the rate of something, or it wasn't, or even the text error, if a character comes out with an issue and say that the character is doing one thing, but the text itself doesn't explain that that's what it's supposed to do, they, by law, have to make adjustments to change it. And a lot of the times, the easiest solution for them is actually to refund it. So there were people that was like, oh, they don't lose any money because they're refunding it, and it's virtual currency. That's not true at all. Virtual currency is item within the game that they have a dollar value attached to. So them refunding every single player, because mind you, it's not like they're just doing it for 100 players. It's every single player that tried and played the game. Every single player that's been grinding and spending and throwing free currency, they have to give it all back. So basically, we just got 2 free chapters worth of currency coming back to us, plus whatever you spent, plus whatever login bonuses they did for hyping up the game. We get that back, right? Like, so pre-reg crystals, pre-reg or the completion of chapter currency, all of that stuff we're getting back, basically, if you put it into the gacha. So that literally, like, they are taking a huge hit for that. That's not like we'll just make money back. Like, no, they're taking a huge hit for that. So and again, these are things that I've experienced on other games like Seven Deadly Sins. Seven Deadly Sins, granted, they didn't do it for the global market, which sucked, but they had issues that happened on JP side where they had a character banner where the character's text was wrong, and every person that pulled on that banner got all their currency back and got to keep the unit. Like, that's just standard over there in JP. It's the scene, if you notice, and this is just what happens a lot of the times we get more pushback from CN companies than we do JP when it comes to that type of stuff. This is a JP game. So a lot of the games that come into the market are mainly or primarily CN. So they usually give more pushback when it comes down to handing back currency. The thing is that, like, a lot of the times, again, companies do not want to give back currency if they don't have to. That would be the last resort if like really for most teams. But considering that was the solution meant that, yeah, there was probably definitely some legal things involved in that. And more than likely it was more relevant to their country at that point. You said whether in ways there's similar things due to a run for launch, they gave a lot away. Yeah, they didn't. They basically just said, here's a selector. They were just like, yep, take the selector. Let's give them more freebies, whatever. Because that was just something that was more so. It wasn't a rate issue, though. They didn't have a rate issue. The issue they had was that players were upset that they were pulling on a banner that forced them to have or take a certain character. That was their selection or quote unquote selection banner. It was a character that you didn't want. Like, it would like be like, you're playing through, you do all that work to get to the gacha, and then they give you Verena, and you're just like, bro, I don't want Verena. So they just gave a selector. They didn't technically have a legal issue. That was more so out of the kindness of their heart as a company. That's why I'll never flat Kuro, because Kuro is a good company and they've always been a really good company. They really are the players type of company. And that's just how they are, right? Like, they make almost slim to no money on PGR compared to most other gachas, and they made a system guaranteeing that players can constantly get brand new units when they drop. Like, they just are like that. So I wasn't really expecting anything less. They're really a good company. They really are. So that's just kind of like where that's at least. But yeah, they still did what they had to do for their respective launch. This is a good one we're gonna take. Let's see, what does this one have? I really don't need that. Let's see. We got request, TP with the 40. Guess we'll keep them all in the same place, I guess. We'll just do more Kane, because actually, I might just do the booster now, because now I'm gonna be able to farm Kane like nobody's business, because I can just slap stuff. All right, so I guess we'll do that. Yeah, we'll go with the booster here. I guess we can go to the other region. Is there another one? No, it's fine. We will do this one for Kane then. All right, sweet. You said this might be the best time to play the game because I can't imagine this happening again. No, they're not going to make the same mistake twice. not at this level. Like, that's what I mean. Like, it's not going to be as astronomical. Yo, I did that video. Everybody said, nah, fam, you good. This item is actually tradable, though. Do I have this? I have, 33 of these. Hold on, sorry. I got you. That's tradable. But everybody that's still trading these, I'm going to fight y'all. Like, yo, I'm a dead fight, y'all. Actually, hold on, Sion. I'm gonna do what Sion doing. Yo, that's actually tradable. Yeah, most people are gonna have that, but damn, I could just request that. I guess I'll do that. Why not? Shit, Sion gonna probably be the only person that traded to me. Yo, you haven't had to sleep so late. Yo, Froxy, appreciate you for coming through, fam. You have a good night, all right? Take it easy. You said I have to quit the stream. It's almost time to eat. Yo, Ren, you have a good one too, Ren. Appreciate you for stopping by. You said I just started playing this the other day and found your channel shortly. Appreciate all the work you put in, keeping people informed. Hey, listen, it is a community effort. I'm just having fun, man. I can't say anything other than that. I really am just having fun. Yo, did Oblivion go and change it? Wait, it was not. Yo, nah, he changed that in like 2 seconds. Yo, that's funny to game live updates like that. Cause I dead looked at it and it was not that. Okay, whatever. You got it. I'm gonna give you it. Yo, that's funny. Let me see. Hold on, you say you sent a request? I bet. You said more important than form. I just appreciate the positivity. Yeah, man. I gotta be some sort of positivity going on, you know? And there's very little of that nowadays, man. And that's my thing, is like I said, like it's like if you think about it, when was the release of this game? This game was released a few days ago. I can check the specific day. So let me see. Oh, that's my last Claudia video I need to watch later. Where's my backlog? Oh, I guess I wasn't on it. Okay, I guess we'll go here. All right, let's see. No, it doesn't want to work. All right, cool. YouTube doesn't want to work. We love that. He said, not gonna lie, I'm still kind of shocked with this announcement. You sure it's not a scam? What's the catch here? Bro, I mean, the catch is they try not to get catched. Like, and we being honest, that's the catch. They not trying to be catched. That's the catch, bro. You said we haven't had a weekly reset, so 21st maybe. So let's see. I started putting out videos. Yo, and shout out to you guys too, man. We hit 26K on the channel, so I appreciate you guys. Every little milestone I make on the channel is like super big to me. Because this is my biggest channel that I have. So yeah, out of the 50 billion channels I've made, this is the biggest one I have, man. So I appreciate you guys. So yeah, I put out a video saying I was going to be covering Tribe 9 on the 18th. The game released, I think the 19th for me. Yeah, I think it was the 19th. Yeah, the game released on the 19th. So it is the 26th. So we are, what is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Today specifically makes 7 days. Today makes 7 days, man. So you telling me that this happened within a week? This again, to me, is one of those things that it sets the standard. Like, it's like dev teams have no excuse. They don't even like, okay, chat, think about this. This game doesn't even have a Discord. They don't have any intertwined way to communicate with the community outside of their Twitter and their I guess their website and the in-game support button. like that means they have, like, most other companies have no excuse, because they'll have entire Discords for direct info and stuff like that for them to be able to funnel and channel. You know, like that is like kind of insane. And usually it's much bigger quantities of people in those Discords too, or higher quantities, I should say. You say, I won't say no excuse. It's a very complex environment each are in. Well, here's my thing, right? I think that, again, when it comes down to player feedback, the thing is that there isn't an excuse. That is either they want to do it or they don't. I don't think there's anything complex about that at all. Like, it's either yeah or it's no. I don't think there's really a middle ground necessarily. Like it's either they want to do it or they don't want to do it. You know, and it's like if they can, they can. If they can't, they can't. At that point, though, it then becomes a decision of the player to make a conscious decision to say, like, this is something I'm willing to put up with or something I'm not willing to put up with, right? I think that for me, the way I look at it is that I've played games that have taken games years to implement systems to say, hey, we're going to make a difference. Like, you know, like, it's like, at that point, I'm like, well, damn, I can't really be that mad. Like, not to say, like, I'm not, like, kind of looking at them like, hey, bro, we watching you. Because I feel like you should be like that anyway with most games. It's still a gacha at the end of the day, right? Like, I'm not going to be like, nah, I'm turning my back, you know? But I also feel like it's one of those things where I'm not as nearly as critical just simply because it's like, hey, they went and they changed the stuff that they needed to change. I know the no skip thing is like one of the last things a lot of people were asking for, but bro, you know what's crazy? You know HSR is just about to have a patch to give that. How long has HSR been out, chat? How long has HSR been out? HSR is just giving a skip button. They're about to just give it. I don't even think it's in the game yet, but they're just about to give it. Like, and people still play that game. They still fighting over zero cycling and all that stuff. So that and that's the other thing. If it's not even an actual skip button, I think it is supposed to be somewhat more skippable than what it is. Because right now, you said it's a skip optional dialogue choices. Yeah, because right now you can't skip that, and that's the main problem that you have. If you put the thing on autoplay and you try to go to, like, say you just want to go do something else, you're gonna come back and still be 2 minutes into a conversation that technically is a 15-minute conversation. And you're gonna just be there for X amount of time that you left because you couldn't pick it. So like that's a thing that's kind of like not a lot of people like that. And that's the thing too for me is that HSR has like, bro, HSR has so much filler story. Like it's not even okay. Like it's it like, and I was talking to a friend of mine. It feels like AI. It just straight up feels like AI story. Like at certain points, like the peak moments are peak, but then there's other things where I'm like, they just draw out the dialogue for no reason. It's like we're still talking about the same thing 2 updates later. Like, bro, nah. Like it's just bad overdone. You said, is it even a skip button? I think they just let you skip dialogue bits when they give a bunch of specific choices. Yeah, and I mean even that, right? I guess there it goes. It's not even a full send skip button. You said people want an actual full skip button of the whole dialogue sequence. What the dev's putting in is mini skip in it that still continues after the skip. I guess what they said was we're gonna meet y'all halfway. they said we're gonna meet y'all halfway, you know? And even then, it's like, I guess, like, again, it's a story-based game. Like, so it's like, hey, that's what they want to do. That's what they're gonna do. So there's like the things that you'll get, and then there's gonna be the things you just don't get, right? Like, it just happens. It comes with the territory. You said HSR character designs are fire, but that story filler and lack of content was horrible. I mean, and that's my thing, man. Like with each game, you gotta consciously decide. I don't think any game is perfect by no means, but I think with every game, you have to make a conscious decision on like what you like, what you dislike, and whether or not the likes outweigh the dislikes. I feel like there's no game that I'm like, I love everything about them. There's always something that I'm like, kind of like, you know, they could do that a lot better. He said this is a Danganronpa team, so they're all story. They probably don't want to add a skip button. Well, I feel like they probably are going to implement something that's maybe somewhat similar to that. But yeah, it's probably not going to be full send skip. But the thing is that I feel like it's not so bad if you make everything else in the game somewhat manageable. I think like that's the thing with grindy games. It's like it has to be grindy to some sort of extent, right? Like them doing this update for exploration, for example, where you just kind of can run through and just slap stuff, kind of a big deal. That now kind of makes it not feel as bad that you just sat through that story. Like, damn, now they kind of run fast. Goddamn. Yeah, like, look at this. This is mad fast now. Like, you just kind of running through. I'm just trying to do my daily. I'm just running through, slapping stuff, getting resources. Like, this is kind of pog. You said, and I do enjoy the games. Say, yeah, I agree. Yeah, I mean, exactly. Yo, what's good, Tamatsu? How you doing, fam? You said time to reroll. Hey, I don't know about that, chat. There's a lot of work. This game still is a lot of work. I think because I did it the original way, I don't know about that. But for anybody that didn't really go like far or is just starting, it's probably a really good time to reset. Really good time to reset or reroll. And the thing is that, though, I will say, I think today is actually the last day for you to get full resources, because I think for the event and for the login bonus, you're going to start having resources drop off of the max amount that you can get. What was I looking for? The event tab. So you need a total of at least 6 days. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 days for your currency to come back from that. 6. So realistically, if you do it today, you will be able to have up to 5 days. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I think it's 5 days. So you have 5 days to accumulate everything from the login bonus. You're probably going to be short a day, because I think the maintenance happens 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wait, was it February 5th? Or sorry, not February 5th, March 5th? You actually might have enough time. Or was it March 3rd? I can't remember. Yes, I should have enough time to grind the end game. Yeah, it might have been March 5th. I feel like it was the 5th. Or is it the 3rd? Oh, it's the 3rd? Okay, so technically you have... So let's say you start today. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, you have about 6 days. So you'll be a day short on resources if you start today. But I think today would be the last day realistically. You would... Otherwise, each day you're just basically losing resources. But... that would be the most that you would get, is doing it today. So that's pretty huge. That's not really, that's not bad. Let me see how far. Okay, we gotta still go to the back. So I feel the skip feature should be a feature no matter what. If the devs want to respect players' options choice, those that play for gameplay alone shouldn't be locked in the story. That takes hours if they don't care. I'm gonna be honest, I felt like the story component and like even me just hitting the button to go through it didn't take up that much time, if I'm being honest. The biggest amount of story chunk that took up time was really the XB. But that's kind of a game mode within itself. So I feel like, again, it's kind of one of those things where I can understand it because they have a certain vision for the flow of their story. And I think that it's okay for a development team to say that, hey, this is what we want our game to be. And if you like it, then you like it. If you don't, you don't. I think that's kind of the problem with some games, is they don't have a clear indicator of what the identity of the game is and what they want the game to be. And they just simply do what just players want all day. And that's kind of the issues that Wuthering Waves had, for example. Wuthering Waves had a big identity crisis for quite some time. Until the 2.0 update, Wuthering Waves was literally struck with an identity crisis. They didn't seem to have any clear indicator on what they wanted. And every time you just only ask what players want, your game is going to go astray in a lot of ways. Because some of the things players want are realistic, but then there's other things that, like, maybe it might be better for them to have it a certain way and maybe meet us halfway on it versus it just being a complete what we want it to be, you know? So I think it just depends on the game itself. I feel like if you make it valuable to the game, then I don't really see as much of an issue versus it just meaning absolutely nothing. And I think that also kind of goes into like story genre or the types of game you're playing, like the genre as well. Like if this is a story-based game, I kind of feel like, well, you can kind of get away with having people sit through some story at that point. Versus like other games, it's like Ethereum Restart would be kind of weird to force us into story, for example, because it's a PvP game. It's like, why the hell are we sitting here looking at story? Like, story is just there for context flow. It's not really there as the basis of the game. I think I had to do this one probably closer to my level. All right, there we go. He said, I remember in 1.0 on what was saying the game looked like it was AI generated. I was crying laughing. Yo, you know what also happened too? The CN market made the devs change the whole first story or the whole first beginning, like opening of the game story, for them to still not like it after they changed it. And what took them like a few years worth of work, they changed in like a few months. They changed the story in like a few months. And players still didn't like it. And now it seems like the game is actually heading back in the direction of what they initially wanted the game to be. And the game is doing even better than it was before, which is crazy. Like that's it. Yeah, it was 9 months. Yeah, it took them. Yeah, it was 9 months actually that they changed everything. And I was just like, bro, like they literally was like, you know what? Let's go back to our original vision. That was actually really sad to see though, because I remember seeing a lot of the dev videos, and I remember the head dev always talking about how they were glad that they were making some of the players happy, but the game is nothing what they envisioned it to be. And that was just kind of sad because it was like, damn, like they really don't seem proud of the project at all anymore. And I feel like now after 2.0, they seem much more excited and proud of what they're doing. Like, I think a lot of it was just simply the fact that they reverted back to what they originally wanted to do. And they kind of had to say F the player base when it came down to the context of the story or how they were implementing the story. Because it was like, yo, that was bad unrealistic. You said that shit was ass. But even then, though, I think that most beginning stories, we can argue, are kind of bad to begin with. Like, that's just kind of the typical thing. And then they progressively get better over time. I think the idea or the expectation that every story should just be top tier off rip, I mean, world setting and the way that they were doing it, I mean, I feel like that's pretty subjective. There were some people that felt like it was moving too fast. There were some that felt like it was moving too slow. I feel like there's not really much you can do there. There's a lot of subjectiveness that kind of goes into that. I think the problem is that they 180 the goddamn vision, and people were then upset they nerfed Crownless. Like, people were so mad. Oh my God, Crownless doesn't beat our ass anymore. Like, I was like, hey, what did y'all want? Y'all told them it sucked. Like, they gonna try something completely different. You said they definitely should have been after 1.0. It's an embarrassing output, honestly. It said it wasn't even mid tier. What was 1.0 was not good unless you are the type who sees the cool action scene and at the end and goes peak. and I said that the other day though, Mark. I said 1.0 was ass. It was. Like, as a whole, it was ass. But I think that's the thing, is that a lot of that was due to the fact that the game had no identity. Like, they didn't know what the hell they were trying to aim for. They didn't know if they wanted to please players. They didn't know if they wanted to go for their own vision and do what they wanted to do. Like, it was a lot of things that they were trying to figure out, it looked like. So, you know, and now is that the players' issue? Nah, that I feel like that's remotely the developer's problem at that point. But it was definitely clear that that was the case. Yeah, it was definitely clear that that was the case. They had a ton of things they needed to figure out, and I feel like now they figured out the direction they wanted to go in. They kind of have a better handle on how they want their game to, like, the cycle of the game as far as releasing units and stuff like that. So yeah, I just think it just took them a little bit. They needed a jump start, but hey, they're at where they're at now. It's I know story is subjective, but you can't convince me otherwise. I mean, hey, I'm only saying that the same thing happened in Punishing Gray Raven, and you can't argue with the people now that story ain't peak now. But it took they like all of the first few chapters were ass. They were. And I went in years later playing PGR to experience the story, and it was pretty bad. You still got to suffer through that beginning portion of the story, and then there's actually a certain portion that most players will tell you, and I forgot what the portion is that you get to, where the story actually is like, start reading it. Like, everything else, people just like ignore it. Like, don't even read it. So yeah, it all kind of depends. He said the devs did it bad trying to equate it to players. for sure is ultimately in their hands. Yeah, I feel like that was, to me, it was like, hey, if you're gonna rework it because you want to do it. But like when they did it because of like they were like, oh, players felt offended. I was like, really? I was like that was why. It wasn't just because it was a bad story. The players felt like they weren't. It's something called the hero complex. They weren't getting that. They were like, oh, why is the MC being like disrespected? I'm like, because this motherfucker fell out the sky and nobody knows who he is. Of course people are going to be side-eyeing him like, who is this guy? If that's just reality. If somebody was to fall out the sky right now, you think I'm gonna be praising them? Like, hey, like you didn't die. That's kind of cool. Like, I'm like, yo, that's kind of weird. Like, who is this guy? Like, it was just little things like that. Like the actual reasoning behind it was kind of crazy. I was like, wait, what? I like, they're mad because of that. I was like, but again, that's different regions and different cultures. So like over here in the States, we don't find the way that they were talking to the character offensive in any way. But over there, they were like, we ain't really like that. Like, so you got to make decisions based off that, I guess, sometimes. But you said, what's my Miyu build? Nothing crazy. What do I have her on right now? You said Gooners, bro. He said, bro, they made you care for Encore, and that character is just what was answer to Klee. Nah, for real. Yo, that's funny. Yeah, Aiko's story was actually pretty good. It was. But I'm running right now on her crit rate attack. I'm going to change this out as soon as I get something better. But crit rate 3+, or yeah, 3+, crit damage multiplier 2+, and crit damage multiplier 4 with a crit rate 2. So those are the stats I got right now. But I'm gonna probably spend today working, trying to get some better gear pieces. I don't think I've gotten anything better yet, which is unfortunate, but hey, what can you do? You know, tier 8 gear is a hot commodity, and it's not a lot of it going around, you know? He said, both of you to assume I paid attention to a single line of dialogue. I just enjoyed the combat. Hey, that's fair. That's fair, you know? But hey, Weather and Waves lets you skip all of it if you want to. The only thing I think they make you force watch is the cinematic sequences, which is fair. Ooh. There we go. Yeah, I'm building crit on her in attack. Crit damage. What mission was that? Oh, that was we got another single to do. Bro, that's so crazy. Bro, that's so OP, man. I didn't think they were gonna. I didn't even read that update was coming today. I thought it was coming later. He's like, can you sell gear to players? No. Unfortunately, they ain't on that type of time, you know? You said woolly gangs? I'm dead. It says more like 1.1 to 1.3 is kind of good, but people generalize 1.0 is all of his first patch. Yeah, I mean, honestly, yeah, that is true. That is actually really true, and to clearly indicate that. But I think it's also because of the extensive amount of time from patch to patch. So yeah, that just tends to happen a lot of the times. And most people don't come back until the next like variation or like next big major update push that they do. And I know they started really pushing advertisement for 2.0, so. He said Scar's with main story. Okay, I like Scar's segment of the story. I'm not gonna lie. I liked his storytelling bit where he did kind of did the children's book segment. I thought that part was actually fire. I'm not gonna lie. I am not gonna lie. You said any idea what the crit rate damage ratio? I know like most people would try to get the, as far as Patimon go, they try to get their crit rate to about 50% if they can help it. Because you can also get crit rate and crit damage multiplier from tension card procs as well. And then they might use a unit to pair up to give them more crit rate. So like a lot of people use EG for that reason, for example, because he gives you 10% crit rate. I'm using a tension card, for example, that technically gives me more crit rate. So there's ways to basically mix it up. I don't know what the max crit damage is, though, at this point. I haven't actually looked at it. Is that after you reach chaos midtown, my daily is here, and there's no way through? You should be able to. You just got to keep pushing back. There's back doors. So, man, I wish I could explain that area because it's so freaking maze oriented. So basically, you'll know you're going the right way because when you're getting to the final back portion, there's a door that has stairs that lead up to it, and it's on a building that you can literally see the stairs going this way, and then there's a door right there, and then you go through that door through a building. So in order for you to get to the back portion, you have to go through buildings. It's as I asked. Oh, you found it? Okay, because I literally was just doing it. That's why I was like, damn, like I couldn't even tell you off of memory because that area kind of sucks. I always talk about that daily too because it really sucks. All right, there you go. Say just like a video. So basically pull now, get all the currency back. Did I get that right? Yeah, basically. Basically. Essentially, you know? Damn, tried to block that. Oh, that was too early. Said, thanks for letting me know. Nah, no worries, fam. Yeah, no worries, no worries. Appreciate you for stopping by. Let's see. So we're almost done with these dailies here. Yo, I love the fact that these luxury chests reset, bro. Thank you, sir. All right, we did our dailies. Right there, that's 15k Kane, bro. Crazy. Magic pitch with crit damage multiplier. Grill impact with defense 2. Okay, that's decent stuff. Okay, that's a Kobo. I'm not gonna use that one. All right, so we hit level 28. Got 2 more boosters, and we get another booster. So we get some EXP and another booster. March 3rd is the update, is after the update, right? Well, that's the day of the update. So March 3rd, the update, I think is about 3 hours, 2 or 3 hours. And then it should be implemented into the game. So yes, sir. We'll be cooking. We'll be cooking. Yeah, they like, honestly, like I said, that's probably like the biggest thing I've seen. It's like, can you show how to clear the top half of Dream Wharf and Shinagawa? I mean, I can't really show you how to. I can go through it. Unfortunately, I don't have like any of the stopping points anymore because I beat it already. So I don't think it's gonna like be a exact example, but you said it was the Dream Wharf. Let me see. I don't mind because that's just resources at that point. Is it this part? And which part are you stuck at? You said it was the top half? Okay. Let's see. So I'm pretty sure, I think this is one of those maze ones. Yeah. So what happens is, so what happens is, there's actually a button that you end up hitting later. I think this lets me just run straight to the back now. This is what I mean by it's not really a good indication on how it works, because I can just run straight through it now. They kind of do that after, so you don't have to like go crazy trying to explore. He says the Skyway is so it's the Skyway portion. Let me see. Okay, so we're going over there. All right. Let me see if they changed that one, because I don't remember, but I do know that part got updated, so I could just run through it. All right, let's see. Yo, this faster movement speed feels really nice. Not gonna lie. Yeah, I think the same thing happened here too. All right, let's see. What part are we in? We are in the... Oh, you know what? We should have went down. Oh, wait, no. That's the other way. We need to go from up top. I could have just teleport to the respite, but I guess that's kind of cheating, isn't it? All right. So I'm pretty sure it's one of these things. So I got to go all the way around. Yeah, I was trying to see. I was gonna do that, but then I was like, wait a minute, like that might just make it where I'm just not actually running through it at all. I'm pretty sure it's this all was changed. So yeah, now I just run around and it's straight. Damn. All right. You say you're paranoid about pulling? Nah, you don't gotta be. Otherwise, we're gonna sue the game. So, you know. But nah, that was a very clear message. There's no way you can read that wrong, to be honest. All right, so let's see. This is Skyway. All right, so Skyway. Let's see. All right. He said, used to see this golden chest over there. How the fuck you get there? Wait, you said there's a golden chest? Hold on, I like completely missed it. Where was it at? Oh, you talking about that one over there? I think that reset for me. I don't think that's the same one that was there before, but I'm pretty sure it's gonna make me run to it. It's gonna let me just run to it. Oh, this crap. Oh yeah, this one. Yeah. This one's kind of annoying. I'm pretty sure that there's a way that you turn this, and it has to line up for you to be able to run across here. And then I think you can change it. Let me see. Yeah, so you gotta shift. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's this specific control panel. And we go back. I'm pretty sure it's that one. Except for me, there's a box blocking the stairs. Oh, so there's a drone. There's a drone you have to go to. Or actually, no, is it the one that the drone picks it up? I think so. I think there's a drone that'll go. So there's another portion that you might need to go to first. That'll basically have the drone come over to the area and then pick up that box so that you can then go that way. So I don't remember all the drone locations though, which is kind of the thing about just running through stuff. I was just kind of playing, so I don't really remember. You said if you take the stairs below, yeah, I know it's in the area though. Like it's not like in some other area. He's gonna fly off screen and find it. But yeah, you have to find that drone first. I just don't remember specifically. I know they're saying down the stairs, but you know how many stairs there are here? It might be somewhere over here though. It might be over. It might be in that area over there. Yeah, I do not remember. Yeah, it's the floor below. So yeah, it's probably that one then. Which I think there's an elevator that you. Oh, you know what? Let me see. I think you use this way. Yeah, you use this panel. You use this panel. You go down. So you got to swap this all the way around. Yeah, so it's these stairs. So you hit that once if it's facing that way. Go down here. And then it should whip you around. That's one. Yeah, the drone should be over here. This area. Yo, honestly, it's funny because I don't like I was just doing it. Like I was just going through here. I was like, hey man, I gotta get up out of here. Like, oh my god. I was really like, nah, I gotta do this. I would turn it back so I could just run through it next time. But yeah, that it's like every little area has something. But like the way this game is set up is like if you're just playing it, you kind of almost just do stuff. It's just bad funny like that. So like more things than not, I just kind of did innately just running around. He said I missed the Twitch emotes. Well, I do. I stream on Twitch, so if you want Twitch emotes, there's emotes over there. All right, cool. All right, cool. All right, guys, this was supposed to be a short stream, man. I just wanted to check in with you guys, man. Nothing too crazy, you know, just kind of talk, chat it up. I think we will be streaming on Friday though. That was kind of another reason why I streamed today, because we're gonna be streaming on Friday instead of what is today? Instead of Thursday, because tomorrow I'm actually gonna be streaming at 8 p.m. CST my time. Hidden Ones pre-alpha comes out. So yeah, we're gonna be streaming that. So I'm gonna be in the Discord though. I'll be around. So if you guys join the Discord, got any questions, whatever it may be, make sure you guys come through. Because I actually have a pretty open day just to kind of hang out more in the Discord and be around. So it's pretty cool. I will have more videos dropping and stuff like that throughout the day though. So yeah, there's content. There's content to be had. I actually will be dropping a video after this stream ends. So have fun, you know? So not that important, but in case you missed it, I said earlier, mini bosses respawn instantly in the overworld. Oh, okay, bet. So they cycle between 2 or 3 zones. Oh, so I'm about to, yeah, that's what I'm probably going to be doing today, is just farming those and just kind of chilling. All right, man. Yeah, so I appreciate that. But all right, guys. Yeah, like I said, guys, make sure you guys join the Discord. I'll drop the link. It is in the pinned comment too. But yeah, make sure if you haven't, join the Discord. It's always nice, as usual, seeing you guys. And I'll catch you guys at the next stream on Friday. It'll be regular time, though. All right, guys. Take it easy. Have a good day. All right, peace.